This guy is actually one of Iron Man's oldest foes. Hey guys, today I'll give you the comic book origins of the Crimson Dynamo. Now, Crimson Dynamo, as I said, is one of the oldest enemies of the Armored Avenger. Actually being created in 1963, which was only a few months after Iron Man had made his own debut. Which at that point he was still in his golden armor that he had been presented with in the comics. But Crimson Dynamo has actually taken many different personas, as different people have played the mantle of the Dynamo. But I'll be focusing on the first incarnation of him. It basically starts with the suit known as the Crimson Dynamo being tested in Russia by the pilot Ivan Vanko. Now, if that name sounds familiar, that's because he was in Iron Man 2, but he wasn't Crimson Dynamo, he was actually Whiplash, a completely different villain. But either way, we also see the Russian criminal known as Khrushchev. Khrushchev was actually intrigued by the armor and got to know Vanko more. Vanko revealed that whoever wears the Dynamo suit would be granted increased strength, durability, and the capability to manipulate electricity. Not only that, but Khrushchev wanted Vanko to destroy the very mantle of Tony Stark. But Vanko realized that to destroy Tony's empire, he would also have to destroy Iron Man. So flying to the United States, he let loose and destroyed several of Tony's plans until he was successful in drawing Iron Man out. While the two of them fought, Tony was able to defeat him by surrounding him with wood, so that there was no electricity for him to manipulate. Not only that, he didn't stop there, but he also proved to him that Khrushchev was planning to do away with Vanko once they were done. Realizing this, he defected from the Soviet Union and worked for the United States. That doesn't initially mean that he became a good guy, because he literally didn't. But not actually a lot of people know about the Crimson Dynamo. To be fair, there's little about him that I know, to be fair. But from what I have seen, he's a fairly decent Marvel villain. Well guys, that's it for Crimson Dynamo. Be sure to like and subscribe and comment what you think down below, and I'll come back tomorrow to give you more origin stories.